Hello, hello. All right, so Pisces, welcome back, guys. All right, so we're going to jump on into a storytelling where I'm going to ask for this one. This will be your first video of the week. You'll get at least one more this week, by the way. So if you ever wonder when I post, do take a look in the playlist that I have for Pisces, okay? So, and all zodiacs have that. But the question I'm asking right now in this series of reads is, what's the big goal? What's the big dream? We got the Knight of Coins going to the Queen of Coins. Someone else got this. I want to say it was Capricorn, but I'm not entirely sure. It was Capricorn or Virgo. I think it was Cap. So we start out with a big dream of having success that allows us to, I'm going to say, to have a lot more personal freedom. I only read this deck in the upright, by the way. Six of Wands going to the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think that this is someone who says, I would really like to, I'm going to say, speed up some progress, even if it means making life a little uncomfortable for myself. I'm really ready. You know, she's pregnant. She's ready to give birth here. We want to actually get to the point of speeding up. And you see that we've got this stallion and the stained glass here. There's something about, I feel like somebody wants very much to break free. They want to have that moment of breakout. This could be somebody who is like saying, look, I've been waiting to have success. I've been waiting to get to a certain mark, a certain benchmark, and I want to be there now. I know it'll come with new responsibilities. This could be somebody who's chomping at the bit to be, raised to the next level of, the pay scale, or take on a managerial position, or I'm going to say it's about bettering ourselves, but somebody even wants more responsibility. Someone wants to say, yeah, I can do this. I know I've got this. So, universe, give this to me because I believe in myself. I know that there will be problems. The Tower to the Star. Oh my. I got to say, this character is awesome. Pisces, we've got whomever this character is, they are completely, you got to be brave to say, bring that tower. Go ahead. I'll do change. I will allow everything to be renewed and start fresh, even though, could it be scary? Could it be tough? Yep, but I'm tough enough to handle it. I will heal from this. This would be a wish come true for me, even though it will shake up my whole world. This lead character is completely unafraid of looking into the face of change. In fact, they're hungry for it. This is a person where it's like they would be fine with, oh, do I have to leave everything and move to a new country tomorrow? Okay. That sounds like something I could do. If they were going to take a transfer for a job or something, and it would be like, well, if you are selected for this position, what would go along with it. And it's like, yeah, then, well, you wouldn't even get to pick where you're going to move next. It's like, that's okay. I've got a suitcase packed. Like, I'm just ready to take on the next level of responsibility. I know that I've got this, and something that changes my daily routine is good for me. This is completely acceptable to me, because that would be my wish come true. So we have Aries and we have Aquarius in here right now. I want to get another here because, man, Pisces, this is fearless way to look at life. Yeah, well, life is full of change. Life is full of moments that we don't know what's going to happen. Why would I run from that? Page of Swords going to the Knight of Swords again with like, just let me sink my teeth into it. I'm willing to learn whatever the new thing is. If I got to learn a new language because I'm moving to a new country, cool, I'll do it. I cannot wait to get started. Just give me the green light. Just give me the go ahead. I feel like this person, this is like in their head and in their instinct, their gut. They're like, come on, universe, you know that I'm set for this. You know this. They are doing some little check in with themselves, though, at the same time. And they're saying, is what I intuitively sense here, is it also what my gut instinct is saying? Because I think somebody is prepared for a major life change. It's going to be accelerated and it's going to be total upheaval. And this Pisces is just like, come on, I'm ready. Bring it, whatever this is. Let me see. I'm still not sure about what it is, other than it seems to be a significant shift in life. So we've got the Four of Swords going to the Five of Swords. Oh, so am I not supposed to know? Because this is like silence followed by keeping it at a distance. I feel like somebody doesn't want to tell anybody what the overall expectation is of this change that they are willing to come in and shake up their life. Hold on. I'm going to go one more time and see if I can get an answer anyway, because I still don't know what we're talking about. We got a Nine of Swords going to a Ten of Swords. It is definitely a change. I feel like the Pisces, I mean, come on, we've seen too many cards of endings. We see it here. We see it the defensive energy, and somebody laying there in total silence. And then we've seen the Tower. Somebody is completely ready for the upheaval of whatever restructuring of their life is going to happen. They're fine with, like, maybe this person is like, hey, if a company is going to close one branch, that is fine with me, because I have wanted to move, but I didn't think I could unless, there was a purpose to it. It's almost like we have a character whose big goal in life is to follow the way the current blows them or carries them. And I feel like this person is saying, look, life is meant to be an adventure. I really want some change in my life. I feel like the only way I'll get a chance to really push myself, test myself, and excel is if I actually kind of get beyond the borders and the confines of the life that I currently know. So I am very comfortable with the idea of something ending, but I'm not going to go and announce that because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and be like, oh, it'll be so awesome once we break up. Can't wait for that day. Can't wait until the day that this company closes its doors and, changes location, because that's going to be hard on a lot of people. It's not like somebody's going to be insensitive and walk around and say that. But I think for this lead character's own thought process, they're like, you know what? Change is something I've been hungry for a long time. I keep feeling like they view this as an opportunity for them to reinvent themselves. The reason I want to keep using the analogy of, say someone is about to wind up getting a transfer. Now, maybe again, it's at the expense of like one branch of their former company going to be closing down, but they're like, it's going to be great for me because I'm going to get transferred to a different state, a different country, whatever it is. And it's going to put an end to all kinds of like routine energy. Maybe I didn't really love the town I lived in. Maybe I didn't really feel very connected. Maybe I was like, I knew that I was in a rut. I go to the same, drive the same way back and forth to work, eat at the same 2 restaurants every Tuesday and Friday. I order the same thing. I feel like this person just said, universe, give me that change. The change that will allow me to excel and expand. Okay, so what is the best, or the things that we want to welcome in that will assist this kind of big dream and big goal to take place as seamlessly as possible? 10 of Wands and the Moon in the reverse. Number one, it's like not feel guilty that we're excited for a change, even if it means a major ending. Like alleviate guilt associated with the fact that we are hungry for a change, even if it means, no longer seeing certain people, no longer doing the life that we were doing before. Because ultimately, we're all supposed to grow. And if we have to feel guilty about growing, that would be like, well, let's put it this way. Or do we expect a kid to say, I'm so sorry, mom. I'm so sorry that I got taller than you. I was your kid, so I was supposed to stay a cute baby because I know you like cute babies. No kid apologizes to their parent for growing up into an adult, right? We're not supposed to have to apologize for shining brightly or for, welcoming in changes in our lives, because that's everything about life is about a process of growth, And then with that moon in the reverse, Piscean energy coming in here, the other way to support this ultimate goal taking place is embrace the unknown. Actually get down to it. If there's something we're not sure about, dig into it. So let's use the analogy of, say this was a situation where somebody's career is going to be changing, moving to a new country. Start looking into that new location, start being really forward thinking. So we're not just saying I'm ready for change, but we're also actively like learning about it, putting it on the radar of our thought, our heart, so that especially if we're like waiting, hoping we're going to be the one who's chosen, who gets that promotion or who gets transferred, we kind of really want to make it the forefront of our mind and heart space, because we want to not have it in our subconscious like, gosh, I hope, but rather like, well, of course I'm intrigued by this. I'm learning about this. I'm basically helping to manifest it faster by learning all I can about it, by bringing it to the forefront, by even maybe talking about it, like talking to the right people about it. Like, hey, you know what? Got to let you know how I really feel about this. I am hoping for a change. So if there's anybody out there that doesn't want a promotion or something, I would like it. This is about speaking up about what our innermost feelings are, but also might be about making sure that we want it for the reasons that we think we do. Because if we're looking for a life change because it's like, I'm so bored, I need something different, that may still be true. But if we don't make any significant changes within ourselves, we might still be bored anywhere we go. So there is a little bit also of making sure that we know what we want and why. And then we have this 5 of Cups. It is to address any kind of sorrow. This could even be to head off, so that we don't build it up in our heads like, I have to have this change, I need this change, blah, blah, blah. Because really, if change was not in our greatest and highest good, would we still say, but I want it? Like, what if this is, the big goal that our character has is, I want something to end. I want to be set free of this. I want to get a transfer. I don't care how much upheaval there is. I want this change. But what if somebody said to them, okay, you could have that change, but if you get transferred to that other job, you're going to wind up like living in a crappy apartment. That's going to be the only thing you can find. You could have say you were in a relationship, it could create too much stress being apart from your partner at such a great distance, and there could be all these problems. If that is not what we would want to have, and if we could look into a crystal ball and say, if we were going to have a bunch of negative outcomes by the thing that we'd wished for, would we still wish for it? No. Now, of course, this is not to say, oh, don't wish for that because bad stuff will happen. No. It's just to say we want to face, so that we don't get disappointed. We have to be okay with however anything basically works out, even though we've got a character who's got their heart set on, I need it to go this way. I'm not afraid of change. I want the change. But in all honesty, to help this goal come true, it's to go ahead and face, what would the disappointment be if it didn't come true, and then how would we even know if something didn't happen for us? Why would we even cry over it? Because we never knew it would have been that good. Or like I said, what if it would have been all kinds of negative stuff? Then we would actually be saying, oh wow, I'm so lucky that I didn't get that transfer, that those things didn't go my way, because it would have been miserable. This is just saying we never know how it's going to work out. So dealing beforehand with the knowledge that, hey, yeah, I really want this. This is why. I'm going to let people know this is what I want. That if there's someone who can influence what will happen, maybe I should let them know what I want and why. But I also, deep down, have to be comfortable with however the chips fall. Because if I don't get this, there's no reason to cry, because it may not have been the greatest thing for me after all. I won't know any different. Let me get one last one here. I think that this is all about, we got Temperance in the reverse. It is about wanting to have a do-over and thinking that we're going to find happiness elsewhere outside of where we are right now, because that Temperance in the reverse says there is something imbalanced, and we do want to correct that. Our goal is to have change. But I will say this, because this is a little bit cautionary in this. We keep saying, our character keeps saying, I am ready to have change. I really want to, make change. I don't care if it's a big upheaval. I don't care how difficult it is. I want change. And the only thing is, a lot of change might be possible with a little less major disruption. So what if there was an easier path to achieve change? Because these cards are kind of heavy. They're pretty ominous. There's a lot of stress, and there's endings, and there's difficulties, and yet And yet our lead character is very courageous. But this also says, hold on, is there something else we can do to actually make this an easier, smoother transition? Instead of feeling like, oh, just rip the Band-Aid off, I don't care how hard it is. It's like the universe doesn't want it to be hard for us and, miserable. Transition and change shouldn't have to be like really difficult. And I have to say that we addressed that already over here with that Five of Cups. We don't have to make things miserable or set our sights and say the only way this can get better is if I just, go to the bottom of the barrel and, just scrape all the crap out and just, start from scratch. This would actually beg the question, is that really the case? Or could we balance something out a little bit first? Because we have a Mastery of Swords, which is like a King of Swords. We have a Three of Wands in the upright, and we have the Mastery of Wands. Okay, so Pisces, I'm just going to say it this way, because now that we have these two kings here and we have this amazing future up ahead, Pisces, has this been like a moment of frustration for our lead character, where that's why they're saying, look, I don't even care. I just want some change. I just want to be happy. And that means I got to change everything up. And in truth, is a Pisces kind of like just willing to say, whatever, I surrender everything. So-and-so can keep it all. I just want to move out. I'll take a transfer, because they're frustrated with the current situation. But it's like say it's a romance that's been bumpy. And so it's like, forget it. I just am done with this. I'm done with all of our issues. I'll just change. And since I've been working here and maybe I date the person that I work with, you know what? Fine. I'll be willing to quit my job, move to a different town. And it's like, wait, because that might be way more sacrifice than what needs to happen according to this. And I only say that because it turns out we actually have a kind of like a little bit of a angel here that is here to help like balance out our thoughts a little bit. We have someone dressed in kind of like it's reminiscent of like the Dalai Lama's clothing. So there's a sense of peace and looking to like for guidance for the right choice for ourselves, and then being governed by the heart space. Now this could talk about we haven't really explored all of our opportunities right where we are. So we're in kind of a state where it's like, look, I'm just frustrated. I just want to make the change now. And while it's fine to want change, this does pose the question, but what if we just took a few steps back and took a deep breath and saw what tomorrow brings? Because this kind of looks like what tomorrow is. What if we ended up getting like two amazing different offers that are not the kind of the big radical change that we were expecting we needed to have, but instead something that was like, oh my God, this is such a great perspective. And oh my goodness, this is making my heart so happy. I have maybe two amazing people that are both, if this is about romance, honestly, we may be headed for meeting two really amazing people, no matter where in the world we are. So it's not contingent upon like, I just want to move away from here because I never meet great people where I'm at. This actually says, well, maybe it hasn't been the right time yet to meet that great person, but it's almost like you'll meet possibly more than one amazing person who could, that's just up ahead. It's like we don't really see what's up ahead. We know that we want change, and that's awesome because we're bringing it in. But it just says we don't want to get so radical about like it has to be this way, it has to be extreme, and I don't care how difficult it is, anything's better than what I've got. This actually kind of says, but wait, let's make sure that we make choices when we're not hurt, when we're not upset, when we're not wounded. And if we are hurt and wounded and we know that we need to change something still, okay, that's a first step. But if we breathe a little, rest a little, and then, have a snack, have some milk and cookies, and then think about it again when we're feeling a little bit better. Would we make the same? We may still want to change stuff, and that's great, but would we make the same like broad sweeping, I don't care, I'll change it all, doesn't matter, I just want out of here? Because we could be in that moment of just like, I just need to make it change. We might be I don't want to say not thinking it all out properly, but I guess that's the simplest way to say it. I was looking for other wording for that, but this is just like letting ourselves have a little bit of space before we're going to have change. We know that in this. We know that. And we want change that's going to be positive. And what I feel like in this is the universe wants us to have positive change too. So let's take it at the pace that will guarantee the greatest outcome, where we say, okay, I want to change, but beyond thinking about it like that, I'm going to just now slow my heart rate down, rest a little, and really be more mindful about how would I like this change to occur? Because it's almost like once we put that into motion, it will come, but it might not come exactly at the tempo that we want, but it could be better. I mean, certainly this looks better. It's not to say stay where we're unhappy, but it is to say don't make rash decisions. That's what we have for like the guidance, so that we get the greatest change, the greatest possible outcome, is to make sure that we're not being rash about demanding, I don't care. Doesn't matter what I lose, just let me out of here. I mean, unless that is the right choice, but it says to pause and ask that deep question. Is that the right choice? Because this says up ahead, there's going to be a couple of amazing energies that might be really supportive, and possibly two amazing choices also that we didn't even see, because the 3 of Wands says it's just up ahead. So it's kind of like, see what tomorrow brings, get a good night's sleep before we make any rash decisions. And then if we still like that decision, go for it, certainly. But I kind of liked this one. I could kind of understand this because, like, who hasn't just been like, whatever, I'm done. Nope, it doesn't matter. But if we make a decision that snap because we're frustrated, we may be kind of conceding way too much. Like, I don't care, keep it all. I just want out. And it's like, actually, the universe doesn't want you to shortchange yourself, but you can still have the change with positivity. So I don't know if that makes sense. I know it's kind of abstract. Sometimes I like to mix it up and just see what we get. So thank you guys who are still with me. I know this got super long. It's awesome to have you here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Remember, I'm a storyteller, not a psychic, so do bear that in mind. I hope you enjoy this, but remember, at the end of the day, I don't tell you anything about how to live your life. I support you, whoever you are, whatever style of life you are pursuing. I hope that it is always whatever makes you happiest, and I hope you enjoy art for what it is. Thanks again for being here. And please don't forget, you guys, I am giving away prizes right now on my channel. I do this every year to thank my subscribers. I usually do it around the holiday. This year I decided to start a little bit early. So if you're watching the bonus general message that I post daily, you will see a different prize that I give out every day. So anyway, you guys, there you have it. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.